everybody. Welcome to Education 425 for the fall semester 2021 at Francis Marion. Of course, hopefully you're at the right college. Just have to check. I'm Dr. Fries. Yes, just like French fries. Despite the number of people who want to call me Freeze, it's really Fries. But I'm excited to work with y'all this semester. I'm excited to teach this course again. My area is learning disabilities, especially in math, but learning disabilities in general, I really enjoy talking about, and I taught students with learning disabilities for a good number of years in Charleston County and students with autism before I came here. So I just want to give you kind of a brief overview of our Blackboard page, what it's going to look like, a brief overview also of the syllabus. I will go more into depth as we go into the semester and talk about the assignments for each of the assignments in more detail. So this is just kind of an overview video of the syllabus, a little review. So you'll see all the tabs along the side. Most of you by now should be pretty familiar with virtual learning, whether by choice or, the circumstances of the last year and a half. But if you have any questions about, Blackboard or anything like that, feel free to let me know. So the first tab that is open for you, it says getting started, syllabus, etc. Start here. It does say intro assignment right now, but I'm not going to show you that right now. So right here, the syllabus and the syllabus review videos, this is where you're going to start. So the syllabus is posted here, and there's also a calendar of due dates. You will most likely need to click it. You can right or left click, it depends on your computer, to rotate the calendar. Let me just kind of show you. I do this every time. It's not my fault. I'm blaming the scanner. So I just right clicked. I'm on a PC, so you can rotate counterclockwise, and it actually takes you just to the right view. You're welcome to print out the calendar, of course, but it is also here for you to use. So classes begin on August 24th. Oh, yay, the orange and purple did come out. When I use a different scanner, it all comes out as black and white, and that makes me sad because I am a Clemson fan, and, it's about to be football time, so I tend to use the orange and purple markers in the fall. So here are your deadlines, and I guess I'm kind of doing this a little backwards. I should have done the syllabus first, but that's how I roll. So your first post will be an intro Flipgrid post. Most of your assignments will be due on Mondays, but I do have a few that are due on Fridays. Okay, and I'll get to that in just a second. Here's your first quiz, podcast questions, principles of effective instruction, also a Flipgrid post. Your next quiz, instructional activity, your first one. I'll tell you what all these mean in just a second. This quiz is due on a Friday. That's Friday, October 15th. Iris module questions will be due here. Second instructional activity, high leverage practices posts will be due here. Did I skip a quiz? Okay, woo. Oh, I just had a heart attack. So your fourth quiz will be due also on a Friday, just to kind of give you enough time to, engage with the chapter and everything and stuff like that. And I'll talk about that in just a second. Third instructional activity, graphic organizers, Flipgrid posts, and your final project, which will be a fourth instructional activity, but just with a little more detail. And then the last day of classes is December 6th, and I put a sad face because I'm always sad when the semester is over. So your final project, there's no final exam in this class, okay? Your final project will serve as, your final project. So once you are done, once you have submitted it on December 3rd, you are done with this class, okay? You don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to worry about it during reading day. You don't have to worry about it during finals week. So that will be one thing to take off your plates, that last week of exams and everything. All right, so let me show you the syllabus again. It's right here under, syllabus and syllabus review videos. The videos that I'm recording now, maybe one part, maybe two parts, not really sure yet. Depends on how long I talk. The videos will also be posted here so you can refer back to them. All right, so here's the syllabus. Let me open this up. If you need to, sometimes it comes up with the enable editing. So if you need to enable editing, obviously just click on it. Oh boy, it's not working. Haha, just kidding. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me, Let me just enlarge this a little bit so I can see, because I'm old and can't really see that well. All right. Oh, that is the wrong syllabus. I double opened, I think that's what happened. All right, so here is our, oh my goodness gracious, y'all. This is like an everyday occurrence with me. All right, here is the correct syllabus. I'm going to enlarge it again because I'm still old. That hasn't changed. I do have some office hours. These are kind of tentative as of now. You know, if you need another time, that's fine. I tend to be on campus. Well, I'll be on campus a good bit, but Tuesdays and Thursdays are usually our day for meetings. So I do try to schedule my office hours around those meetings. I do serve as the secretary of the faculty, so I'm involved with faculty governance, and, you know, most of our meetings are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But of course, if you need to meet at another time, you know, just email me. That is the best way to reach me. Email me, phone. Yeah, just email me over calling me. It would be, it's a better way to reach me. All right, so again, this is online, so you can work at your preferred pace, but make sure you adhere to posted deadlines. So you can, you know, once class gets open or gets going and I start opening more and more things, you can work ahead. You just can't get behind. I do tend to open assignments. I don't open them all at once for a fall or spring course. In the summer, I do, just because summer courses go so quickly. But for full semester courses, you know, I tend to open a couple weeks in advance. Usually my goal is about 2 weeks in advance of when an assignment is due. I will open the assignment and I will record a video about that assignment as well. The chapters will be open earlier than that, you know, so you can certainly work through the chapters, and I'll show you those in just a few minutes as well. Here's the textbook. I do know that there is a 10th edition, but when I wrote this syllabus, I was not aware of that. So it is the 9th edition. I don't think there are too many changes, but the bookstore should hopefully have the 9th edition. I would recommend getting the access card package, you know, so you can access some of the links and everything online through the e-text. You are, of course, welcome to rent the text. That is up to you. You know, that is your choice. Here's some learning outcomes, instructional strategies. You know, again, this is Blackboard. I do wish this was a face-to-face course, y'all. Not only, you know, do I love teaching face-to-face, it's been about 2 years just because of the way my courses fall, but I especially really like teaching methods courses face-to-face, but that wasn't to be this semester, to try to work better with your schedules, actually. So, you know, it is what it is, and we will have a great time, even though we're virtual. All right, so here are our assignments. Again, all assignments must be submitted to Blackboard. Most assignments are due on Mondays, and I have it highlighted here. If an assignment is not due on a Monday, I highlighted it for you in blue, okay? So to kind of match where it says most assignments. So your assignments that are not due on Mondays, I highlighted in blue, and I do not accept emailed assignments, and that's mostly for your benefit because they will get lost in my email. So you need to submit to Blackboard, and again, most are due on Mondays. Other ones, there are a few that are due on Fridays. Okay, your first one is a Flipgrid post. So you will just introduce yourself to your classmates, telling us your name, you know, your major, you're in school, 2 fun facts about you, your experiences with students with disabilities, and your favorite dessert, just for something fun, right? Something you could do with your own students one day, you know, just come up with something fun, totally not related to anything of the course, just something fun. And I will post an example about myself. I'm assuming you all know how to use Flipgrid by now, which is kind of the nice thing, you know, about the past, year and a half, that, you know, and I mean, mostly the graduate students, you know, they had not really been exposed to some of these technologies, Flipgrid, Zoom, stuff like that. So I think that was really a benefit that came out of the past, you know, months and months and months and months of virtual learning. All right, so the next assignment, you're going to choose 4 instructional activities. And these are in your textbook, and they are in these chapters 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I cannot pull up my textbook from my home computer. Don't ask. It's a whole big long story. So I cannot show you the e-text with the instructional activities, but before the first activity is due, I will show you from the actual textbook, okay? So you're going to do 4, and that is an increase from the last times that I've taught this course, and there's a reason why. You know, this is a methods course, so I really want to expose you to as many methods as possible for teaching students with learning disabilities. So that's why I took some assignments out and I added in some of these instructional activities presentations. Again, you can find them in your chapters, and they are actually called instructional activity, okay? There are some other ones in your textbook called, oh, I'm totally drawing a blank. They might be called like strategies, but the ones I'm talking about are called instructional activities. And again, I will post a video sample before your first assignment is due. So don't get too bogged down with that yet. So here are the due dates for all 4 of them. The first 3, you won't, need to write or submit a lesson plan, but you will present following the lesson plan template, okay? Minus things like modifications, like, oh, if they have an IEP or 504. We're not going to talk about that because we're going to assume that all the students will have an IEP. But you're only going to need to include, what you will say, not parts of the template you won't actually say in your lesson delivery. And again, as it gets closer, I will show you what I mean by that. Your presentation should be a minimum of about 5 to 7 minutes, okay? You're going to include all intro lesson components, relevance, purpose, all of those things that you have most likely seen before on the lesson plan template that we use at FMU. If you have not seen that template, well, you will this semester. You're going to talk about modeling, guided practice, independent practice, and an exit ticket or assessment. And again, I will go into detail before October 4th. See, an example will be shared with you. Okay, and then for the 4th instructional activity, all right, so you're going to do 4 total, right? First 3, you're just going to present the activity. For the 4th one, and this is what is considered your final project, the one that I was just talking about, you will actually write and submit a lesson plan to go along with your presentation, and you will also include at least one UDL, Universal Design for Learning component. All right, and I know that all of you have at least taken Education 420. I think most of you took it, if not all of you, probably took it with Dr. Murphy, since I haven't taught that course in a while. So I'm assuming you took it with her, and I'm assuming that she discussed Universal Design for Learning with you. But again, we will get to that as the semester goes along. Okay, chapter quizzes. You will take 4 chapter quizzes, kind of quiz 1, chapters 1 and 2, quiz 2, chapters 3, 4, and 5 during the semester on Blackboard. There are also some other activities that you will do. So you will listen to some podcasts. I say watch, listen, whatever word you want to use, but you will have them playing on your screen there. I'll just say that. There are a variety of questions asked within the podcast, which I have in a Word document for you. And so you will simply watch, listen, pay attention to the podcast, again, whatever word you want to use, and answer those questions and submit that. And here are your due dates again, which are also on the calendar, and they're also on the last page of the syllabus that I'm going to show you in just a second. The next one is Principles of Effective Instruction. You will read an article and you'll choose 2 principles to summarize in a Flipgrid post. I'm all about Flipgrids apparently, really just because it's nice to see you all, virtually, instead of you just submitting to the discussion board or something like that, which is also valuable because I think we have a discussion board post, but I do like to see you all and, and watch your presentation. So you're going to talk about 2 principles that you could use in your future classrooms. Okay, you will also work through an IRIS module. I'm assuming you did one of these with Dr. Murphy as well. And I currently have a document going between Dr. Murphy, Dr. Nixon, and myself of the IRIS modules we all use so that we don't duplicate across classes. So I have the document of what she used in Education 420. So you will do a different IRIS module. I think I give you a choice of like 2 or 3. You'll choose and you will submit your answers to the assessment questions. And then there's also a high leverage practices activity. And I'm sure that you've heard about effective instruction and high leverage practices with Dr. Murphy. They are, this especially high leverage practices, it's kind of the buzzword, the new buzzwords in special ed. And so it's fine. In this case, I want to repeat what she said, right? I want to give you that repetition and that exposure again to the high leverage practices. So you're just going to choose one, summarize the practice, discuss how it could be used in a variety of classrooms to reach students with and without disabilities. All right, I'm going to end part 1 here, and then I will do a part 2. So just come back and we'll talk about the last couple pages of the syllabus. All right, so come on back. And again, I'm ending right here after high leverage practices. So come back for part 2, and I will start here with graphic organizers.